Hello. Bet you missed me, Hello. I'm back. And not better than ever, unfortunately. My current build is that of a malnutritioned Viltrumite. The only difference is my hair's grown back. And that's it. Over a year and a half gone, and that is it. That's it. Now, because I've deprived you all so long of my presence, I thought it'd be fitting that the first video I do coming back would be something of a bit higher tier quality. Something that would reward you for waiting so long. So I didn't do any of that. Instead, today I'm going to be reviewing the new movie on Netflix, Apex. I think it's been in like the #1 for couple of days now, something like that at the time of recording. So I gave it a watch the other night. It's fuck. First of all, let me lay the land for you a little bit about this movie. The premise is that Charlize Theron's character has gone like mountain climbing with a BF. They fell off. He died. Damn. About 5 months after that happens, she goes to Australia. And she's decided she's going out on this big trek out in the middle of fucking nowhere. I actually can't remember where in Australia it is, nor can I remember any of the character names. But she meets Taron Egerton's character, whatever his name is. Classic true blue Aussie. What's going on, love? Hey, where you going? Can I help you out? This, that sort of stuff. And instantly, she's like, stay the fuck away from me, please. Which is a valid reaction, honestly. Valid reaction for where she is. She's a solo woman in the middle of fucking nowhere trying to hike by herself. So, but he persists a bit, much like any classic rapist would do. And she asks, what's the best way to get out to where I want to go? Which one's the best one to go? And he's like, well, you should go this way. That's good. And she's like, okay. So she goes that way. She gets into the bush at night, and the scene is set where some other random ass fucking hunters pull up to the scene, and she's just there, and they start skinning a deer, and she's like, gets a bit jumpy and goes back to her van. All pretty standard shit. And then when she gets further into the forest, we meet Taron Egerton's character again, who's nicked her backpack and her water and shit, and he clearly is a bit and then says he's gonna kill her. Before you go any further, if you like the sound of that, go watch the movie. Don't spoil, because I'll be spoiling the fuck out of this movie. Go watch it. There's your spoiler warning. Now that you know the premise of the movie, I'll go through what happens in the movie and how it finishes in my review. I want to start off by saying I fucking hated this movie. I'm sorry, alright? I'm sorry. I hated it. I'm sorry. I hated it. I actually hated it. All the timing of the movie felt totally off. I genuinely do not remember the characters' names. I care for them that little. And it just had no suspense in the movie whatsoever. The main issue I have with this movie, though, is that I seemed to like everything about the movie but the fucking movie. I thought the premise was actually pretty cool. To be stalked by a bloke in the middle of the Australian woods. Cool. I thought the fact that she'd already had this trauma that she brought with her that helped her overcome and had to go through these rock climbing situations again, which she clearly didn't want to because she dropped her husband, I think, and he died. But the way that they actually make the movie is dog shit. First of all, I fucking hate when movies show you something and then black screen it and say 5 months later, a year later, 10 years down the track, 20 minutes in the future. I fucking hate that shit. It pisses me off. It's lazy writing for no reason. You could have hinted at what she's been through to make it, you know, so you figure out why she's there by herself and all sad and shit. And then have it that it's a fucking reveal at the end that, she's actually not sure if the hubby was just knocked out or if he'd knocked his head on the rocks, and drops him off the fucking cliff to die. That could have been a good reveal. I hate when that's already something there, because then what she does at the end of the movie doesn't really have any fucking weight to it. During the movie, she gets hunt by Taron Egerton's character. She escapes him in about 5 minutes, it feels, gets washed down a river, and then proceeds to not kill him, look at him for a little bit and go, damn. Then he comes back to life and then tries to kill him, fucks up because he's lucid and only manages to break his leg. Then they just chill out on the beach together. Yep. They actually just lie next to each other on this fucking beach they're at. And then she says, oh, how do I get out of here? What's that behind us? He's like, I don't know, you probably have to walk for a while. And she's like, what about up there? He's like, yeah, you probably could, but I'll have to go with you. I don't know about you, but I'm a bit confused why he's not trying to kill her anymore. Literally all the way up until this, Taron Egerton's character has been a bit odd. Fair. He's danced at her to a very, very good song, by the way, the Chemical Brothers, Go. Has been very underrated for a very long time. I love that song. He's been a bit odd, sure, but he has been pretty headstrong in, hey, Charlize Theron, I'ma kill you. I captured you, and now you've got a chance to get out of here, or I'll kill you. And now all of a sudden, he's just hanging out with her. And he does this full flip where he's like, oh, if you get me up there with you, I'll just let you go, love. I'll just let you go. It's like such this odd full 180 that I didn't want. It's not that even I didn't expect. I just didn't want it. It goes from like this mild suspense from him dancing to the Chemical Brothers and her running away, and he nails a couple of close shots with the arrow, to just nothing in like 10 minutes, it felt like. All the suspense and all this tension that we get from Taron chasing Charlize's character is just ruined. It just turns into a completely mid-movie. The pacing at the start of the movie felt good. And when Taron realised that he's, oh, don't forget your backpack, and she's like, my backpack? And then he pulls out the backpack and it's like, oh, he's the bad guy. And then that one chase scene is done. The rest of it's over. You stop watching there. I have issues with the pacing in the start of the movie as well, and Charlize Theron's character where she drops her hubby. But the character that Taron Egerton plays feels so surface level. That's it. That is completely it. It feels like he wants to be a lot more of a villain and wants to have this big backstory that's going to terrify me and make me feel all creeped out and, oh, fuck, stay the fuck away from me. But he just doesn't. It gets to a point in the movie where he plays a video on a phone and she hears it and she thinks, oh, let's go, people, I'll go towards it. Then she finds the phone and you're like, oh, that's creepy. That's a good idea, bro. If you want to capture her, not that I'd implement it. And then he chases her again. She goes back to his camp where he's naked, swinging into the river. I thought he was hunting her. What the fuck is this? A lunch break? Get some orange slices? And she gets to the camp and then gets hit by a bear trap. And then instead of him running over to kill her, captures her, takes her to some random cave, and he's like, look, I killed this other family, but it's a ritual because I eat their livers and get their souls. Not once in this movie have they alluded to this character being a bit weird or a bit EBGB. He's clearly living in the woods, but the only time we've had the introduction to him is he's a functioning member of society. He's at this pub or whatever the fuck she turns up to, petrol station, I can't remember. Meets her, he's got a car, he's chilling out, he talks to her, oh yeah, I love how you're going, I can point you where to go. And then he's just this deranged lunatic that meets in the middle of the woods that wants to hunt her, and now all of a sudden he's this spiritually awoken killer that has to consume her so she's always with him, and he's not killing her. But the whole style of the movie is trying to kill her. The payoff of the movie is that once they have their little tussle in the river and she does nothing to him and then he comes to again and now they're besties. They're like this, lying on the beach with a wire just next to each other, and he says something about, oh, I'm being lonely and all that. He pulls a full conquest. I'm lonely. And she's like, oh, well, I still want to get out of here. The whole pinnacle of the movie is she climbs this rocky face again and she encounters a similar section to where she's with her hubby that she dropped and let die. And she gets over it. She gets to the top. Movie ends. So my honest thoughts on the movie Apex is I didn't not enjoy watching it. Like I said, I enjoyed the movie, but I didn't actually like the movie, if that makes any sense. I liked the characters if they had been developed a bit more. I'd like the payoff at the end if they hadn't have done the 5 months earlier at the start. And all the pacing of the movie is completely off. Everything happens too fast. Way too fast. Like, you meet Charlize and this bloke, and then there's this tense bit of where he starts hunting her, and it's over in like 5 seconds. And then they're on the beach, and it's just the end of the movie. It just felt like it was gone, and there wasn't any tension at all. And I heard someone say that they liked that there wasn't any tension because they weren't scared of the movie, but it didn't feel like that's what the movie was trying to do. It felt like the movie was trying to make you fucking scared, and like, you know, what they're advertising the movie with now is Taron Egerton dancing to the Chemical Brothers Go, and she runs, and he's like, I'm going to give you to the end of the song to leave, and I'm going to hunt to kill you. It just feels like the whole movie is geared toward making him a terrifying killer that's going to hunt her. Not even just serial kill, like breaking into a house and murder her. He's actively hunting her. One last thing I want to touch on. I'd say we all know that I dislike the movie. I want to touch on Taron Egerton doing an Australian accent. DOS people in real life have now told me they liked Taron Egerton's Australian accent. They thought it was perfect, mate. Bloody ripper. Crikey, lad. I thought not. I thought the only way you could think it was a good accent is when they shoehorned in that he's not actually true blue Australian. He's from Britain or something like that. Whether he lies or not, because he just says, oh, got me there, love. There's just too much British that does actually come through the accent. And I don't think it's a good Australian accent. But it feels like they shoehorned in that he's not actually just Australian. He's from Europe somewhere. What I personally think they should have done is hire me. I should have been Taron Egerton's character. I should be some crazed naked lunatic in the middle of the bush trying to hunt women. In a movie. In the movie Apex. So Netflix, this is my current interview, I guess. What the fuck do actors do? Show reel. That's what they do. This is my show reel to get into the next serial killer movie thing you do where you need an Australian that's a complete fucking idiot.
Everything getting harder to find. Everybody jumping out of their mind. Everybody going out of their skin. See, we get to the end, but that's where we begin. You feel it? Mannequins and we breaking the mold. Breaking out and we breaking the codes. Similar to the jack who stole to the depths in your wet, so you take explode. So get it out. Send your body to flight. Everybody got a target tonight. Everybody come along for the ride. All you studs and your duds and your ladies is fly. Grip the moment like you're gripping the earth. Feel a weight and you're feeling the girth. Now you get it, now you're feeling your worth. Fitness how you used to make when everything